Hello. Hey, everyone.
Hey,
We lost one just before the start.
We lost Alex.
It's fine. Hopefully he can join again. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another Postman live stream. This is an earlier time than we do usually, and just quick disclaimer: it's going to stay like this for the upcoming webinars. Alex is back. Hey, back. So yeah, welcome to Postman live stream. My name is Arlemi. I'm a developer advocate at Postman, and I'm located in London. And I'm here with many guests. We don't usually have that many people on screen, but hopefully we'll be able to handle all the chitty chatter and also take care of your questions. So I'm here with a few people. I'll give it first to Ruby to introduce herself.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Ruby. I'm here again. I'm a technical enablement architect at Postman. I like to think of myself as a professional enabler. I create resources and content to help our solutions engineering team.
Cool. Thank you. We also have a couple of people from API Audio, an API that we're going to use today. So we have Peadar.
Yeah, it's Peadar. It's all right. My name will get destroyed. I'm used to that. Even inside the team. I'm Peadar. I'm one of the co-founders of Aflorithmic, and we build API audio. So that's audio as a service for developers. We're going to talk about that today. And I'm in the role of CTO, so I run our engineering team. And Alex, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So hello, everyone. I'm Alex, and I have been working in Aflorithmic for API.audio for about over a year. And I am now a software engineer. I help build some parts of the API that we're going to show today, and also some part of the Postman collection.
Cool. Yeah, so that's a lot of people, and the reason we have so many people is because I am going to attempt something super difficult, and I did not feel good doing it on my own. So they're all here to help me go through it. So you may have seen a previous live stream that was a blindfold challenge where Sean challenged Ruby to create something with some unknown API. So they ended up using API.audio and created. Do you want to go through what you created?
Yeah. So we did somewhat of a text-to-speech feature with API.audio. Admittedly, when I was doing the blindfold challenge, obviously I was blindfolded. I had no idea what I was diving into. But after exploring it, after that challenge, I realized there's so much more that you can do with API.audio. And I know that's why Peadar and Alex are here with us to kind of show us more of that functionality. So I'm excited to learn more.
Yeah, so we'll build a lot. That's the quick teaser for in about 2 or 3 minutes when we'll get to it. But before we get to that, we start each stream with in case you missed it. So that's in case you missed it in the last week in Postman, what happened. So I'm going to share my screen and just talk to you quickly about a few things. So the first one is something that you have definitely missed because we literally just announced it like an hour ago. It's the new 2021 State of the API report. So that's something that we do every year. We ask tons of our users or people in the API space question about where they think API are headed in general, what their usage is, what their role is, etc. And we put that in a nice little report that probably is like 40 pages long if you want to go through it all, but plenty of insights on what the API ecosystem does, who's spending time on it, what type of documentation you can find, etc. So I'd recommend to check this one. I'll put it in the chat for you all. Yeah, tons of insights. Check it out. I'm not going to go through it all because otherwise that would be the whole stream, and we'd rather do something else. But yeah, have a look. There's some key findings. There's some very nice graphs. I love scrolling through this page just because of the way the graphs appears. That's just my thing. Yeah, go check it out. Super interesting. Another thing, or maybe two. So the developer team at Postman kind of puts lists together for you. If you're looking for specific APIs to work with, for example, for Halloween, this is not the one. This is the one. We have some list of funny APIs to use. So Joyce put that one together, which she called Spooktacular APIs for your next side project. So there's a few things in there. Again, I'll let you explore. I'm not going to talk about all this on stream because we'd probably get banned. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. Go have a look. Some APIs for you to use. And the last one is our list of top communication APIs. So we did that, I think a few months ago. We had a first go at this one, and we had like companies like Nexmo and other in the communication space that were highlighted. And now we have 5 new ones that joined the public workspaces. So you can go ahead, go check the public workspace. All of these have a public collection that you can fork and start playing with. The same way we're going to play with the API.audio today. So go ahead. For example, if I look at the Facebook one, they've created a WhatsApp collection, so you can go look at the documentation, run it directly, and start doing your thing. So I'll paste that one here too. And yeah, Shiva, exactly. Gives you a chance to keep updated. I'm glad I updated you all. So with that said, I'll remove my screen and we'll chat about what we're going to do today. So who wants to have a go at it?
Yeah, I can go.
Okay.
So we were discussing about this here inside the company some time ago, and we decided that we wanted to propose you to build an AI-made radio station. So the idea is that we will have a presenter, which is going to be an AI voice that will come from API.audio, and we are going to use our features to merge this with some sound and sound effects. So we will see the full process, and we will get an end result that is something that could be played in a radio station.
Okay, so we're gonna create our own radio, but the trick is first there's gonna be no real human behind it. Not that we are promoting removing humans for anything, but that's what we're going to do today. And second, we're going to build it just using API. So ideally, all we have to do is do API calls, and at the end we'll have some radio show ready to go, right?
Exactly.
Okay. I guess we'll just get started then. Maybe, I don't know, Ruby, when you did it a couple of weeks ago, did you have a collection ready to go that I can use, or should I just go and grab the API audio one?
The API audio one is pretty much the same thing that I had created last time,
Okay.
Without my customizations in it.
Okay.
But my collection should also be public, I believe.
I'll try to find it. So let me have a quick look at all the comments that I've been going through. I see a lot of hello. Always thankful for the team. Always thankful for our users as well. Excited to hear Ruby's memoir, the sequel. Yep. Us too. So I'll remove the chat from the screen for now. It doesn't mean we're not reading you. We have the comments on our end. So keep asking questions, keep adding comments. We'll look at them as they come in, and we'll highlight them on the screen if there's anything we want to highlight. But for now, let me go ahead, share my screen. Okay, I'll zoom in once more just to make sure everyone can see what I'm doing. Is the screen visible for everyone?
Yeah.
Cool. Ruby, do you want to lead me through the whole getting the collection?
Yeah, so if you, you're right up there. In the search bar, if you search
Oh.
API audio, there should be a collection.
And I should be finding yours as well, or just theirs? I think probably just theirs.
Just theirs, but it might be the right there, API.audio Aflorithmic. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And I can see our friend Alex right there. So I'm guessing he's been working on that, and some private users, which probably one of them is Peadar.
I assume so.
We have Shiva actually already with a question for Alex. Are you using OAuth for your authentication for the API?
No, we're using Amazon Web Services Cognito for managing users' authentication.
Okay. So a few things I can see: how to use the collection, sign up here, log in, grab my API key, and then this is pretty much what I can do with API audio. Use text to speech, okay. And once again, sign up here. So I kind of signed up right before the stream just because I didn't want to spend too much time on this. So let me log in, which I guess here. Okay, so I was already logged in, but I had to click sign up to log in, which is fine. I've completely leaked my API key already, so please be nice. Don't use that. I'll scroll down a bit so you can't see it anymore. But yeah, so I have an API key already created. I have my account ready to go. So I guess we can go back to Postman, fork the collection. Which one do we want to use? One in specific, or just fork the whole API reference?
I created one specifically for this, which is the last one actually.
Oh, yeah.
You will still need to play with it and tweak it, but
okay.
This is the basic API calls that you should be using for this project.
So anyone in the chat that wants to follow along, that's going to make it even easier. I'm going to send a link to the workspace, just in case you want to follow along. So I went to the workspace. I can go in here, fork the collection to my own workspace, and I'll call it Screen Radio to Dev Republic. I'm going to watch the original collection because we want to be aware if there's any changes. And then I'll fork the collection. Okay. We have people from Iran joining, people from Nigeria. Hey, everyone. Hello, Alex and co-hosts. Good luck with your initiative.
Hello.
Okay, so I have this collection here. I'm going to star it, bring it to the top, so we know it's always there. And then should I just look around and go through? I see there's already an API key here.
Yeah, this is an API key that actually you can use in Postman, but
okay,
it's a default that we have, but it's better if you use your own, so you can later have your scripts and your speeches and all your files.
Okay.
Then you will be able to access it from outside of Postman.
So it's like it's a sample API key for anyone who would like to just try it out.
Yeah, exactly. You can just play with it, but you will not be able to retrieve your data from any other place that is not Postman.
Okay, cool. So I will be replacing this by my API key.
And yeah, you can actually refresh this API key at the end of the stream, so no one will have access to it after.
And I'm actually, so because I've forked that to a public workspace, I'm going to paste it in the current value so that anyone that accesses the workspace sees the sample one, but my collection is actually going to use the current value. Paste this. Okay. The base URL should be fine, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we want to use. And I guess we'll just go through. Actually, let's quiz the audience. What's the main thing a radio show has? Like, what do you identify a radio show with? I could take answers from my co-hosts too, but I'm pretty sure they all know what I mean.
So you're asking Arlemi, what are some things you hear radio show hosts have on their show?
More like just like a podcast or a radio show, you usually identify them thanks to something. Or at least me, I know, like in my young years, we would recognize a radio just by a single thing. You would hear it and then you would know that's this radio or that's this radio show. So just want to see. Okay, so we have background music. We have intro theme, which is very close, and I think that we're probably going to count this one. We have Carson with the good guess. Ads. I guess, yeah, that is true, but we'll try. So we're trying to make an ad-free radio today, okay? A host voice, yeah, that's actually very true. Yeah, there's some people whose voice is very recognizable. There's actually one of the, which name I forgot now, a person in the UK that does all the dubbing for all the like nature shows, etc. Which
David Attenborough.
That's the one.
Yeah,
David Attenborough. Yeah, he's got the. So fun fact, completely unrelated, but they made a boat that was named after him, and then they asked the internet to name it. So obviously they called it Boaty Bot McFace, and it's and it's now it's currently like outside. It's staying on the Thames at the moment. So I went to say hi to Boaty Bot McFace at my lunch break. But yeah, wow. end of the story. Okay, so we'll go with the intro theme, which is very true. You actually need a jingle for a radio show, and I think, should we use ours now, or is it going to come later?
I would just use it now. Why not?
Okay. So let's have a look, because the API audio team put some stuff together for us, including a Postman jingle, which we haven't heard before. So Ruby and I, we discovered that at the same time as you will. So let me share the audio from my screen and listen to this. Oh, is it good? Ooh.
This is Postman Radio, powered by API.audio. Music provided by No Copyright Sounds. Find the best tracks on ncs.io.
Turn it up!
Okay, that was excellent.
Yeah, I really like the turn it up at the end. That made it all for me. So, do you wanna go through how you created that? Because I'm guessing it's not you talking, right?
It's actually one of my coworkers, Matt. You met them 10 days ago.
Okay. Well, thank you, Matt, for being the voice of the show. Okay. So I'm going to save that for now. I'm guessing we'll need it later, probably to upload it somewhere. I'm just going to save it. And then we heard during the jingle, no copyright sounds music. Is that so that's the music we're going to use?
Yeah. So we downloaded this from this website that it's set in the jingle. It's a very famous YouTube channel that has non-commercial music. So we could download them, but we should give credit to them if we are using.
Okay.
Then we are using these songs.
So we have Israel asking if we can do night theme. We could, but I'm not gonna, because after many tries, we realized this is a better contrast than the dark theme, unfortunately. So I'm sorry if it's blinding you, but yeah, we have to keep going with the light theme. Okay, so the first request is get custom upload URL. The documentation doesn't really let me know what it does, but I'm guessing.
Actually, you can check our own documentation for the API, which is in a web. I can send you the URL. yeah, you can see it here. So you can maybe check the API reference or go directly to at the bottom.
Okay, so I should be on it now, right?
Yeah, and you just scroll down in the left
Get custom
menu. You can find the file API, and you can see how you can get the media upload API.
Okay.
So the way this works is we're making a request to our services, and we are saying, okay, this is my file name. This is the file name I will upload, and we also specify some tags if we want to. So that's this way we get back a URL, and it's in this URL where we need to upload the file.
Okay, so I need. So for now, I'll just say.
And you can run this within Postman, but
yeah. So I wanna upload my jingle probably first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just say Postman jingle.
It's underscore. Yeah, the thing is that we need to match the file name with this file name.
Okay.
So you can directly copy it from the file you downloaded.
And you need the extension as well, I believe.
Yeah,
otherwise
I
no.
ask. Okay. Oop. Wait. Can I copy it? Okay. Okay. So Postman underscore jingle.wave, and then tags. We're just going to use jingle and Postman. So that's just creating an upload URL that I can then use. Okay.
Nice. So you can just click on it directly, and you will be able to make a pull request on Postman. You should just click it.
Yeah, I did a control click to open in a new tab. It did not work at all. So let me do it again. And then click it. Okay, so I have a long URL.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see where it's going.
Mm-hmm. And it's a present URL, so it will expire in about some 10 minutes, I think. I don't remember exactly.
Okay, so I need to attach a file to this.
Yeah. And in order to do that, you need to do a put request.
Yep. So do a put request. And I'm guessing, could I see that from the documentation somewhere as well? No.
I think it's not in this part of the documentation.
Okay. Cool.
I will check later.
So it's fine. Everyone will have to refer to that live stream when they want to do the same. It's good for us. It's good for the views. Okay, and then attach files probably from here.
Mm-hmm. I would do a binary file.
Yeah, sorry, that's the one I was looking for. Yep. Do not need to look at my downloads folder. Okay, so I have my WAV file set up. I'm going to. Is that it?
This is it. There is only one thing, is that I think you're using the Postman API key directly, because I can see that from the URL. This is the API key we're using for, this is the default API key for Postman. I mean, it's not a problem. You can also use it. But I think you need to save it or persist this. Maybe it's just you need to do Control S.
Let me persist all then, but it shouldn't. Okay, so let's do it again because I want to make sure it's on my own account. This one is using. Okay, so this is not using the variables. That's why.
Maybe it's a mistake.
Yeah, so it should be API key. That makes sense. Okay. Send this. Now I should have the right URL. I want the body to be binary. Select my file.
And you want it to be a put request.
And I want it to be a put request. I don't need to save it actually. Yeah, so I'll send this.
And yeah, this is uploaded directly to Amazon databases or storage cloud. So they don't give any response. So what you should say from this API call is the ID you got in the other one, in the GET request.
In this one.
Yeah, so this media ID is the thing that points to your file, and we will use this later in the process.
Okay, so I need to save that. Let me save that as a response, just so I have it, and I'll call it child ID. This one I can lose, right? Don't need it anymore. Okay, so I have my jingle. Now I can create a script. Let's see. So what does this one do? There's a post request to script, and I'm guessing script is some sort of... it just creates a file of your script. Have you used this one when you did it, Ruby?
Yeah. So
this is wrong actually. Sorry, I'm looking at this collection and it feels rushed from my side. So this is calling the wrong endpoint at the moment. This should be calling a script. It looks like I duplicated the speech call and I removed the first one.
Yeah.
And in here you should be sending a text, a script text, and you don't need any other parameters for now.
So I don't need this. And this should
you also don't need the script ID since it can be auto-generated.
Do we need our media ID here?
Not yet.
And this should be script text, you said?
And then you can have your text there.
Okay,
and
so
the text that we prepared for it, okay, you can just do some text and try.
So that would be basically what do we want? We want the jingle to play, and that's what's going to be saying right after the jingle.
Yeah, but you're going to have to use our stuff in the Google Sheet. So there's some parameters with the jingle. So this is a bit, I mean, I would do the baby steps first and just do some text to hear it work, right? And then we can add the jingle and stuff on top of it. So that's a bit more of an advanced move, right? So, step by step. But if you feel comfortable jumping ahead to do that.
No, that's fine. I'm just looking for... I'm just looking if there's any input from the viewers I could just take as an example.
The thing about Ruby's memoir.
Yeah.
The sequel.
How would I say that?
So welcome to Ruby's memoir, the sequel.
Ruby's memoir, the sequel.
I'm your host, Arlemi.
I'm your host. I guess I wouldn't be the bot Lemmy. That work? I don't know. Arlemi always wants to jump ahead. That's true. Okay, so that's going to create a script, and I'm guessing it's going to come back with an ID of a script. Okay. And then... Okay.
So this is your basic built-in block for using API.audio. This is your most basic piece of content that you can later use to add some TTS, some text-to-speech. So just use an AI voice to render this, and later you will be able to use the mastering engine, which will add sound effects. And
yeah. For real, I just want to do the sound effects now. It sounds too fun. Okay, so I have a script, which for now is literally just text. So I want to send that to text-to-speech, and it should come out as speech. So I guess I'll take the ID, go here, and put it here.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and then I can choose the voice.
Yeah, I can give you some voice example, or I can point you to our voice library.
Let's have a look. Do we have any?
We have French voices if you want to go down that
road. Actually, when I created my account, I said there was Henry, the French.
Yeah.
But let's see if we have any preferences from the audience. So we have...
Oh my goodness, there's Orion.
There is Orion. British English. I want to try that one. That's a lot of voices, actually. I just realized the scroll bar.
Yeah, I think we have the most voices of any tool on the market at the moment. But maybe someone's overtaken us. But there was a couple of weeks ago. We definitely had the most.
Always a competition. There's Catalan. That is like extremely specific.
We have a couple of Irish voices and Welsh voices as well.
It's pretty good. Let's do Ryan. Just because we try to stay. Was that the one you said, Ruby? Or was that Liam?
I mean, let's do Ryan.
Okay.
We'll have his ghost here with us.
How do I just get the name?
Yeah, exactly.
Capital, or doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. And also, I would remove the speed parameter. You can leave it if you want him to speak faster.
So would
100 or nothing is fine.
Would 100 be the normal speed, and then anything higher is like faster? Okay, yeah, let's skip it this way. I do wanna. I'm guessing we're gonna do that quite a lot. So one thing I'm going to do, I'm just gonna set up the test here. pm.collection_variable.set. We set this script ID as a variable, so I don't have to like keep on copy pasting. Script ID as pm.response.json.script ID, I think.
Oh, cool.
And then
I didn't know you could do this in Postman. I've learned something today.
And then here we can do script ID. Hopefully that works. So I'll send this one again, and it's probably gonna give me a new one. Now in my collection variables, I should have script ID.
Very nice.
And now here, if I send this one, does this need to be?
Yeah, I found that out too. It needs to be.
Okay.
It's amazing how much of programming is putting something into a string.
Yeah.
or not.
Cool. Speech created. And that's where we can go and have a listen, right?
By the way, you can see that now the URLs are very short compared to last live stream. Something we changed last week.
That's some fast turnaround on feedback. Impressed. Okay, let me open that in a new tab. So we have get Postman, just sending emojis. Let's listen to that. Oh, wait.
Welcome to Ruby's memoir, the sequel. I'm your host, Arlemi.
Okay, I quite like that. It's a very, like, I don't know, it sounds like a radio voice to me.
Yeah, it sounds realistic.
Yeah, let me do it again.
Welcome to Ruby's memoir, the sequel. I'm your host, Arlemi.
Yeah, I mean, the name is it's not great, but the rest is good. Okay, cool. What next? What do we need next? But the jingle?
Yeah. I'm curious to know how the jingle would fit in there.
So Alex, what's the best way to play this? To go back to the script and edit
Yeah,
it?
exactly. So in order to have to render your jingle, which is a media file that you uploaded, you need to specify this in the script text from the create script body. And the way you specify it is you need to open these triangles.
Yeah, I never know the name of them. How do you call them?
I think they're carrots.
Carrots,
Are they
carrots? I don't know. Good question.
Exactly.
I kind of cheated because I had that saved somewhere. And
I guess you don't need to change this for your ID. You will later render it. So you can have this jingle here, and then you can specify jingle needs to be this file, and I don't know, you can test with the files you have uploaded.
Okay, that makes sense. Do we want to add anything else in here? Can we do? So you mentioned doing like kind of emotions or whatever on this. Like, can I do? For example, I know he actually respected pretty well, like the pause here, the comma here as well. Can I add like more emphasis on certain words? Like, can I do something like surprised?
I don't think that would work. Yeah, I don't think that would work.
I mean, obviously this is not the right syntax. I'm just making that up. But
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. So let's do with this first. So we've added like the placeholder for the jingle. I'll send that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is a bug we encountered actually testing this yesterday. So before this media jingle, you should specify that this is a section. This is how we handle script sections in API.audio. And at the moment, there is no way around this.
Then so it's section
And 4 points. Yeah. And you can, I don't know, whichever you want. You can have main or
main,
or whatever you prefer.
Okay. Let's see.
Actually, I don't remember if it's section or section name, but we will find out soon.
Okay, this worked.
Great.
Okay, so I have this. Do I need to create the text-to-speech first, or do I create the mastering?
Yeah, you need to create a text-to-speech first.
Okay. So this should be automatically updated. I can just send. And technically, that would be the same as the previous one, right? Like.
Yeah.
Okay. And then here.
Yeah, then you can create a mastering request. Actually, you can use the same variable.
What do you mean the same variables?
I mean for the script ID.
Oh yeah.
You can pass it here. And we are going to remove this out template because we are not using that at the moment. And we will here specify which is the media file we're going to use. And in order to do that, we need to pass another variable, which will be media files, I think. Maybe it's custom media. I need to check the documentation.
I mean, we can check. It's mastering. I like API documentation, as weird as it can sound.
Thanks.
So we
work
said
for an API company then.
It probably should. We said mastering, create mastering, and we need. Let's see. Media files. Yeah, that's what I had. Cool. Yeah. And that's an array of objects. Okay. So I would be doing this, and then. So that's where I use the correct name of it.
Yeah, you have to call it jingle.
So jingle, and then here is the ID.
Yeah. Actually, this should be inside an object. The jingle and the ID.
Oh yeah. Good catch. That makes sense. And the ID that I got from the very start, like this one. File ID. This is missing a comma.
So I think that'll work. That's
the life of a developer. I think this will work.
I think this will work.
Okay, let's see. Nice. Oof, I am not excited but anxious of how it's gonna sound. Yeah, let's download it. Wait. Calm down. Okay.
This is Postman Radio, powered by API.audio. Music provided by No Copyright Sounds. Find the best tracks on ncs.io.
Turn it up! Welcome to Ruby's Memoir, the sequel. I'm your host, Arlemi.
I have to say, I forgot about the turn it up.
Yeah. The best.
Yeah, it's kind of like, turn it up. Hello, welcome to this relaxation session.
Yeah, it's such a change of pace. It's great.
Yeah, you probably need more excited voice, to mix with that and stuff like that. So
yeah, we can, for the next one, we can pick another of the voices.
We won't do Ryan.
Yeah, I mean he's cool. Not gonna lie, but yeah, he's too calm for us. Okay, so we have a jingle. We have a welcome message. What else do we want in our radio show?
I'm wondering, Arlemi, before you move forward, will we be needing the media ID for subsequent requests? Is that something maybe we want to store in another variable?
Like this one?
Yeah, like we did with the script ID.
Good point, good point. Let's do this. So how did it look? Like this? Let's do... you know the meme which is like coding on your own, and you're like coding hundreds of pages of code and coding in front of an audience, and you're just like making all of the mistakes possible. Feels like me at the moment. Just like, can't type. So I want to set audio ID, media ID, to be pm.response.
Actually, I would store those separately, because you can use as many media IDs as you want later. If you want to make a messaging request with 2 or 3 different IDs, you can also do it. So I would shape this just as a jingle, for example, or
Okay.
jingle ID.
What we could do. Are we setting a name anywhere in here? Tags? Can we reuse this? So if we do, it might be like I was gonna set that as a variable. Like, let's say this is a new variable as a collection, and it's my media tags. And then in here, I can say media ID. I think I can do something like media tags. But that would be...
But then you'll be returning 2 variables, right? You're returning jingle and postman, right?
Yeah, so it's just so I can identify which media ID, like which media is which.
Yeah.
But it doesn't... Oh, but this needs to be pm. I think I'm already getting lost in my head on what I'm trying to do here. But let's try that. And then whenever I set a new one, basically it's gonna... My collection variables are gonna be populated with each the different ones that I'll be able to identify with the tags. So it's not gonna overwrite them, if that makes sense.
Okay. So you are going to change the media tags for every request, I guess?
Yep. That's what I mean. Like whenever I change, like I'll need to change this for every request.
Okay.
Okay. So that's good. That should be working now. We're just gonna trust me, I guess, and think that that's going to work. I mean, to be fair, we can just try it and see what happens. And now let's see my collection. I have media tags.
It's the last one, right?
Oh, you have it twice.
Yeah. Oh, but that's the one I'm looking for. Yeah. These ones, I don't... Where are they coming from?
Yeah.
Oh, it's when I... Okay, that's when I set it up. I guess it duplicated it for some reason. Or maybe I clicked twice. Regardless, it is working, so that's good. Okay. So we have... Arlemi is a very smooth talker. True. We're taking suggestions, by the way. So if anyone in the audience thinks of what we want to add, I think... So we have some music, so we want to add some music. And I think that should be... I can try to do it on my own and see if I can do it without help. And then we can see what else we want to add. So when I say on my own, it's with Ruby, just without any help from the API audio side. So we need to upload the music, add it to the script. So I guess we'll need to add another like media somewhere. We'll do text to speech, change the voice. And then this one, I am not sure exactly how that's going to happen. Oh no, I guess it's an array, so we just add them. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it'll be another object, it sounds like.
Okay, so let's try that. So we need I need new tags. This one is going to be music, free. And the reason why we're using free music is that we're streaming and we don't want to get banned for using like not free of right music. So file name, let's see. Ruby, which one do you want without listening to them?
Osiris sounds interesting, just by the name.
Okay, let's take this one. Osiris.wave. What is it? The god of? Do you know?
No.
Is it the one that looks like a cat? And it's on the side. I'm never sure.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, so we have this. We can call that. Just checking. I think so. Okay. We have a media ID that should be saved here. Media music free. It's this one. Very nice. Awesome. Create your script.
Maybe this has to be in a new section, potentially.
So we split it in like different things, and here we do section.
Yeah.
Music.
Sure.
And then media. And this one would be music.
Mm-hmm.
But before getting into it, let's relax with Osiris's music.
I do hope it's relaxing music.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big bet on this one. Okay, so we have a section. Oh, maybe it shouldn't be called the same. Let's say next. Okay, so we're not asking API.audio to help us. We're just gonna see if it crashes at some point, and then they can tell us no later. Okay, so that worked. So I guess estimated length. Okay, cool. Next one, text to speech. Let's change the voice. Let's see. Oh, there's filters as well.
I mean, you wanted to do French.
I mean, yeah, we can try French, but I mean, yeah.
Not just French. French Belgian.
French Belgian is, yeah.
And you can listen as well, by the way. So you can play them if you want.
Let's try that. Let me unmute my screen. Let's do Charline.
Bonjour, je suis Charline, une des voix synthétiques belges-français. Mon style est lent, profond et calme. Essayez-moi avec votre propre script et trouvez la voix parfaite.
Okay, so it says her style is slow, profound, and calm. It's not really what we want after Turn It Up. Like, we need something that is like...
You can look in tags. If you look in tags will... If you look in their tags, there should be different types of... energetic might be what you're after.
Patter's over here breaking the rules.
Sorry.
True. I was okay. That's very good. So we have Fabrice. Let's go. So one thing I'm surprised is that there's a lot of voices and not two of these people have the same name. That's pretty impressive. Let's take Fabrice and call this one. Are you taking requests? Gérard Depardieu. Don't know about this one. Okay. So we have a file. I'm not going to listen to it. I want to keep it all the way to the end where we see if it worked or not. Mastering request. So what did we say here? We need the script ID, which is the same as before. And here, so you're saying it's another object?
Yeah, because it's an array, right? The media
Okay.
file. So
and this one was music. And here we should be able to use the variable, which was media music free. Okay. Sound good to you?
Can we plug in the
This one?
variable for jingle as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that does it.
Jingle. Fine. Okay. Did not work. Media file not found.
Okay, I will not tell you what is happening here since I'm not allowed to help you, but I would suggest you check again the documentation for mastering.
Okay, so let's check the documentation. Media file. Okay, so it's an array of one object.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that object is like different. Okay.
Same object.
Yep. So this goes like this. It failed. Wait. Okay. Media not found. Jingle. Music. Let's see. Is it because these are integers? I don't know if they're expecting like, no, this needs to be between brackets.
Yeah, and they don't have to be integers, they are random.
Okay, so they are like as strings.
Wonder if maybe the audience might know.
Yeah, let's get the help from the audience. I'm gonna double check these two to make sure that they're like returning the right thing. Okay, so they should be giving back the right thing. I don't think having a comma in the variable should be an issue. Media file. Did I upload the music? I didn't, did I? I don't think I did. I did this. I got the ID, but I never clicked that link to actually do the put request. That's probably the reason why. So I want Osiris. What else did I need to do?
Do you need to set anything in the tests?
I don't think I was setting anything here because that's the one we get rid of. And actually, I'm thinking this probably has expired already. But let's see. Yeah. Okay. So, but that's probably, that was probably my mistake. I didn't actually upload the thing. So this should be now updated. So I shouldn't have to care. This can be put binary, add the music, send. It worked. So now I actually have a file corresponding to that ID. So that's good. But it also said it didn't find the other one. Does this mean it's been like removed? Or maybe I overwrote this. Let's see, file ID. Yeah. Okay. Back here, try to send it. And it's taking some time, which is a good sign. saying nice. I don't know how that's going to sound.
Oh, let's listen to it.
Let's see.
Having a short URL.
Yep. Oh, wait, I do. Okay. Nice. Let me unmute and see what happens.
This is Postman Radio, powered by API.audio. Music provided by No Copyright Sounds. Find the best tracks on ncs.io.
Welcome to Ruby's Memoir, The Sequel. I'm your host, Botlemy. But before getting into it, let's relax with Oziri music.
Okay, I'm glad I went like a bit further in the music because it started very relaxing, and I was like, "Oh, that was a very good pick." But yeah, no, it's like some.
It does pick up nicely. It starts relaxing.
Yeah, it starts relaxing, and I mean, I have to say, it's a very good like emulation of the French accent, I guess. Like, that was pretty impressive. Yeah, turn it up.
It's a good job.
Cool. Okay, that's very cool. I like that. Actually, so technically, I'm looking forward, but I could have a monitor that runs every morning, creates my own like news show. Ooh, there's echo. Let me turn that off. My own news show, and then have that play for me every morning. That's cool. Okay. Let's see if we still have people following. What else can we find in a radio show? So we have a jingle, we have a host that just welcomes you, we have some music. What do you expect to get when you listen to the radio? And I give them some time because I know there's a delay between the moment I ask and then the moment everyone sees it. Sorry, Ruby, you were going to say?
Yeah, definitely. While we're waiting for the audience to kind of share what they expect from a radio show, I know one thing I listen for whenever I turn on the radio on my drive is the weather. And then also if there's any traffic where I'm headed. So
okay.
Do what you will with that information.
Traffic. A talk. Okay, so we have Booster saying they expect a talk, which I guess we could like write a complete script of people talking to each other. That's one thing.
That would be very interesting.
You said traffic. So I have to say, I am not really driving anymore because I live in London, and that would be crazy. But it's interesting to hear that you're interested in traffic. So do you have an API to get that data? Or do you want to like hard code it?
There is the MapQuest API. I happen to have an API key for that one.
Okay, MapQuest.
Mm-hmm. And then they have a traffic API you can use.
Okay, so to get everyone on the same page, what we try to do now, we're trying to see if we can automatically generate a script with some data from other APIs, which means we could just have like a completely custom-made radio show or like podcasts. Okay, so thank you, Ruby, for sending me these links so I don't have to do for them. Traffic API. And I think Peadar and Alex, when we chatted, we talked about using like just pre-made data, right? So we're trying to get like one step further by making it dynamic. And we have Carson co-host Ruby. Okay, we can add that to the script. Okay, so what does this say? You need, there's a get that gets, so it gets the traffic incidents, and what it needs an API key and a bounding box, which is the
latitude and longitude, it looks like.
And then I guess like the maybe miles square box or something like that.
So I did some snooping into this API earlier, and
Okay.
I know that their incidence object has severity and impacting in there. If you scroll down, you'll see those fields. And that's kind of the information I guess you would need as a radio host.
Okay, let's see. Let's add that to the collection. So I'm going to add a new request, which is going to be get traffic incidents. So that's a get. The URL is this. We have Ruby that send me an API key. So how does that work? Let's see. We need key, which is
Looks like a parameter.
Yeah, request parameter. I should be able to add it here, right? As a query param. And then the name of it is key. We're not going to use API key. We're going to use... I'm just going to hardcode it here because otherwise... or I can just hardcode it and then set as variable, new variable, collection, traffic key. I keep doing like Control S to save, and it just tries to save it to like desktop. Okay, we need bounding box.
Yeah, so they have this latitude and longitude finder where you can, I think, get that bounding box.
Okay, where do I find?
Left, hopefully on the left, that navigation there on the bottom should have something.
Okay, nice. Let's see. So, I'm trying to not use my street because, I don't want to give my address.
You could do Newbury Street in Boston. It's pretty popular.
The Newbury Street in Boston. Oh, wait. Yeah. The state is...
Massachusetts.
MA?
Yeah.
And then zip code...
Ooh.
Who knows? Hopefully you can find without it, right? Like... Maybe not. Let's do Newbury Street, Boston. Oh, it doesn't give the
area code or zip code.
What if I pick this one? There we go. MA02115. Oh, I'm getting lost in my tabs. 02115. It's not working.
Might just be buggy then.
MQ is not defined. Okay. I mean, to be fair, we can... Let's try with theirs for now.
Yeah.
And then bounding box. Okay. Let's try to send it, see what comes back. Okay, that works. That's good. And you said we want...
So the impacting field will tell you if this is affecting traffic in that area or not.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if our radio show host can kind of read that from our object somehow.
Mm-hmm. So you want the radio show to say false or true, or do you want it to like...
I mean, we can say that. Is traffic being impacted on such and such street? False.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Have something like that happen.
And then, so there's a few... actually, there's a lot of accident there. Damn, I don't want to leave there. Okay. So how are we... Let's just take the first one for now. So we would set a variable set, and we'd call it traffic. And then we can make that, we'd also save, create a new var, let's be incidents equals pm.response.json incidents. And we'd actually call that incident and just take the first object. Okay, so traffic. So do we want to build a sentence here?
Yeah, that's up to you. I think it makes sense if we build a sentence.
Okay. So what could he say? He could just read these things, no?
Sure.
Okay, so let's do there's an incident full desk and have an idea. Follow along. Impacting traffic. So now here, I'm going to set a variable here, which is going to be if incident impacting. So if it's true, then let impact is else impact is not. So what I'm doing here, I have a string called impact, which based on the value of whether it's impacting or not is going to change is to is not, and I just inject that in the string. So technically it would be there's something happening, blah, blah, and it either is or is not impacting traffic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you say that maybe you need to add a leading space in impacting traffic in the
Oh yeah, good point. So with the thing with like concatenating strings, and here I need impact actually. Okay. So now we have this variable. We can send it and see how it looks. Missing impact. Yeah, good catch, MC. He was missing the impact. I can look at here. There's intermittent lane closure due to paving repairs, and it is not impacting traffic. Nice. That's very good. So we want that added to the script.
Yeah.
Question for the API audio folks. Can we switch voice in the middle? Or does it have to be the same voice for the whole like speech?
You can do voice by section name. Is that correct, Alex? Or am I completely off now?
I am not sure. I think this is a feature. I'm just not sure how to use it.
Okay.
You can check the documentation for this.
Because then I could like give the voice to what was the name Carson gave?
Ruby.
Ruby, and then Ruby can let us know about the traffic. So I'll write the script for it, and then we'll see if we manage to do the switch or not. And now let's hear Ruby for some updates on traffic, in the area. Okay. So new section, which is going to be traffic updates. And here we want our variable, which is, what was the name again? traffic, I think. Let's see. Yeah. And I need to... Can I not put it here? And let's see. So we have a script, we have a section name, and I think we can actually do multiple speakers. If I look at the documentation, here.
Yep, looks like wherever you specified your sections.
So that's all I need, right? I just need to do that, and then okay, here I can change the voice. I'm not sure. So would that be in the API call for the speech to text, probably?
Yeah, I think where you assign the voice, that might be where it is.
Okay, so let's send this one. Okay, update it correctly. Here we have script ID, which should be automatically updated, and here
I'm guessing you should nest it in sections, just there.
So here, like they do it here, you mean?
Yeah, it's at this level. And you don't need to include the voice in this case, I guess, because you are going to use two. So you can just specify what voice you want to each section here.
I'm not sure if I understand.
So just below script ID, if you put in sections.
Okay, so
and
sections.
Maybe nest in there the voice.
And here have...
So the first section name was...
Oh, I see what you mean, okay. So the first section was main. Main, and then here we have voice. Who was that again? What was his name? I forgot.
No, Osiris was the song. I don't remember now.
Yeah, Fabrice. Okay. Then we have next, I think it was. Let me just copy paste this. Next, which is also going to be Fabrice, and then we have traffic updates. Okay, who do you want to be?
I mean, who sounds like Ruby?
Let's see if we have anything in here. Let's go English. We can go... Do you want... is there any of these tags that sound like you?
Wow, that's a very meta question. I'll go with storytelling for 400.
Okay, you can be Belle, which is a French name as well. Okay. I think that's all we need. Let's see. Okay. And now we can send that to mastering. We have not added any other music. I see Hannah Neal making good use of her channel points. Too bad it doesn't show on the on the stream. Okay. Let's see, I guess. No. That's not what I want to do. Okay, are we ready?
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip through the music part because I don't know how long it is, but it's probably gonna be too long. Okay, let me play it.
This is Postman Radio, powered by API.audio. Music provided by No Copyright Sounds. Find the best tracks on ncs.io.
Welcome to Ruby's Memoir, The Sequel. I'm your host, Botlemy. But before getting into it, let's relax with Oziri music.
This is so intense.
And now let's see Ruby for some update on the traffic in the area.
There's a intermittent lane closures due to paving repairs on Ranch Road both ways from Highlands Ranch Parkway to Sterling Drive, and it is not impacting traffic.
It's so good.
It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. I'm very impressed. Yeah, that was a good traffic update voice as well. Cool.
So it also sounds very. It's good to see you use the different APIs and stuff. That's actually a very good use case there.
Yeah. Ruby on the traffic copter. Yep. Yeah. So we've not. I think the value I see here is kind of like what I was mentioning before. The fact that you can just call external APIs and plug that in your script without, like, we didn't do anything, right? Like, it's just plugged in there. It's all programmatically. So we could make that, like, all of this could be run on a regular basis, generate my output, and I could just listen to that every morning or every evening and have just the info that I want. Yeah, that's very cool. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
What I was going to say was what's interesting that you find on the landing page for API.audio is that there are so many different use cases. Like the radio show is just one, but you can also do, like, I think there's like a car advertisement there. Conversational AI with Albert Einstein. Those are really fun to listen to as well.
So you could have Albert Einstein reading you the news in the morning as well, if it's one of the voices available. Okay, yeah, so disclaimer, I'm definitely going to build something like that for me and just pull from certain APIs because I think that's very cool. And I know I'm gonna be made fun of, but I'm probably gonna write a blog about it sometime because I think that's very cool. Okay, so we have 10 minutes left. That's probably not long enough to go and pick up another API and try to work with it. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, and we can actually, you know what? Before I stop sharing, I'm gonna listen to it once more because that was very cool.
This is Postman Radio, powered by API.audio. Music provided by No Copyright Sounds. Find the best tracks on ncs.io.
Welcome to Ruby's Memoir, The Sequel. I'm your host, Botlemy. But before getting into it, let's relax with Oziri music.
Don't even want to skip through. It's just so good.
And now let's see Ruby for some update on the traffic in the area.
There's a intermittent lane closures due to paving repairs on Ranch Road both ways from Highlands Ranch Parkway to Sterling Drive, and it is not impacting traffic.
Nice. Super cool. Okay, yeah, I should have... maybe I'll just play it as a song at the end while we close the stream. So we had Alim with a very good question, which is, can you recap what you've done for us who can be a bit late? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to go through everything that we've built during the stream. So, bit of context, I'm here with two folks from API.audio who kind of walked us through a few things and came with some stuff prepared. Then with the help of Ruby, we tried to create a completely programmatically generated radio show. So what happened, and I'm actually going to show it at the same time. So we had a jingle pre-made for us, and we had some music that we used. So we had to use that API to just upload it and make it available online so we could then include it. We had to create a script. So the script is pretty much what your radio host is going to say during the show. And there's different things we've done here. We've included where the music should be played. So that's one of the things. And you can see the jingle plays at the start, and then the music plays after. But also, we've included with a third-party API to include data from elsewhere. And that's this variable. So that variable actually pulls from this MapQuest API that Ruby mentioned and suggested, where we're getting all the incidents in a specific area. And then we did some manipulation on the data that comes back. We didn't list all of the issues that were happening because I don't know, there was like 100 of incidents in the area. Just pick the first one. But we created a sentence based off that. The sentence is, there's including incident here. And then it is or it is not impacting traffic based on the value of the impacting variable. So this is being added to the script. Once we have the script, we send it to this endpoint, which generates speech from the text. And what we were able to do, we were able to switch voices in the middle of the script by specifying the sections here and which voice they should use, which was pretty cool as well. And then once we had that, we sent that to the master request, which is mastering request, with a few parameters being the music that we've uploaded prior to it. And it creates a single file, which just pastes it all together, and the output is what we listened to right before. Did I miss anything?
No. Yeah, probably it's worth explaining that mastering is like for adding sound effects and enhancing the audio. It's not quite obvious from the name, I think.
True. We didn't play with sound effects. We didn't. I mean, I guess we had the jingle, but do you have like? We probably won't do it unless it's very easy. But can you just like add a simple variable and it just adds like a klaxon noise or something?
Yeah, we have sound effects. Right? That's all in the documentation. Yeah.
Okay, I'll quickly check actually. Documentation. Let's see. Sound design. Sounds library. Oh, okay. So it's the same. It's like a whole list.
If you just search the documentation, you should find sound effects. I just use the search bar a lot.
Sound effects. Okay. Okay, so for example, this sound effect, and then is there a list of them somewhere? So that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I meant as well. Like to add like some tags in the script, so we can add like breaks or like change of voice, like button emphasis and some stuff. It's very cool. Sound effect. So do you have to define them yourself then?
I'm guessing you look for them in the library.
Okay, so you include that, and then you put one from the library that we were on before. The sound from here.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for Peadar and Alex. Is there a way for us to customize how much of the sound effect we can use? Like if we just want to use a short clip of it for the longer sound effects?
I think not at the moment, but that's a feature we're working on to like trim them and stuff like that. That's something that's in the pipeline. That should be out in the next I think the next month or so. I've seen work on that, but I think at the moment we can't, unless you like hack something together where you contract something.
Sounds like a job for us. Cool. Okay. I'll stop sharing so we can see all our faces, bring back the chat on so that everyone can see their messages as well. But yeah, that was very cool. Achieved everything we wanted to achieve apart from the sound effects that I completely forgot about. But hopefully people understand that they can do it and they can play with it. Do want to mention that, again, API Audio has a public workspace on which you can fork that collection, and I'm going to actually link it again. I should have it in my... Let's see. Oh, no, it's gone. So I'll link it. In the meantime, what we do at the end of the stream, we do shoutouts, and that can be shout out to someone in the community. It can be shout out to a tech article, a podcast about nature, whatever. So I'll go in order. That is on the left-hand side of my screen. So I'll start with Peadar. Do you have any shout out?
No, just to encourage all developers to sign up for our API keys and have a go and reach out to us if you want any help or anything you don't understand. We're a very engaged team, and we're super happy to hear like what people are using us for, and it's great to see you guys and girls use us for a non-trivial radio DJ.
Cool. Ruby.
Yeah, I'm very excited and grateful to have API.audio join us to kind of help us through these more challenging parts of the radio show. So one shout out for you all, and another shout out for the audience here for your dancing along and for your really awesome suggestions that we did get to incorporate a little bit of, at least.
Alex.
Okay. So to add to that, I want to give a shout out to the Postman team that did this live stream. I was very happy to it, and it's been a nice time. And I also want to shout out to my colleagues that helped build the API and also the Postman integration. And yeah, also I would like to ask if maybe I should send the artist and song name in the comments since we used it. And yeah, but actually I don't know how can I do it.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine. I was gonna say there's this YouTube channel called No Copyright Sounds, which you can probably find if you just type that on YouTube. But yeah, that was very cool. We discovered that song, which was very interesting because it started very quiet and then was not so quiet anymore. And Alex just sent the name of the song, which is authored by Laminar. So I'm going to share it there. But yeah, that's all for us. It was super cool. I will definitely build something with that. Hopefully it inspired like some of you as well. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for helping me going through that as well. And we'll see you. Don't forget, turn it up. And we'll see you next week for another stream that actually I'll do some foreshadowing if I can find what we're doing next week. Let me see. Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do you know what we're doing?
No, I just while you were searching, I was just going to echo what Peadar had said earlier to make sure that you sign up for an API key if you want to play around with this.
Yeah. So next week we're doing a double challenge where it's half of a blindfold challenge where we're going to ask Sean to build something just using random APIs, and then we challenge Vu, which is one of our solutions engineers, to do the same, but using flows, which is a new feature in Postman, which is like a graphical interface where you can just link calls together which is meant to be much faster. So we'll have them face each other. We'll see which one is faster, and we'll see what happens next. But yeah, again, thank you all. It was very cool to see you all, and see you next week. Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.
Thank you.